Man, you come straight out of a comic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Straight Out of a Comic Book. I am your host, Will Ferro. And of course, this is the place where we talk about everything from movies, entertainment, comic books, cartoons. But today, we are going into a very niche market. We are talking anime. Today, I have some wonderful guests who are anime enthusiasts that are very excited to be able to talk about anime today. We have Alexis Armstrong in the building, Miss Sun Z, and of course, Brody the Joker, Mr. Brandon Brody in the building in somebody's hotel that looks...
It's my hotel room. It's not somebody's. It's mine.
Okay.
I try to clean it up with a Nintendo Switch so it doesn't look like a murder scene, okay? Like this... I gotta convince the people out there because I don't want to hear a helicopter outside and they think they found me.
They might.
They found the guy.
We've actually seen you in a lot of random places we don't be knowing got questions for. This man played a whole episode of Overcooked on a plane with us.
On a plane. Well, look, I'm doing shows in Cincinnati, Ohio right now, so, we do our comedy. So sometimes, but I never want to turn down doing a podcast with you, bro. No matter where I am, if I'm in an igloo, if I'm in, under the waterfall of Niagara's, I'm going to find a Wi-Fi connection and lock in with you.
He really is. He is not lying when it comes to that at all. So, but yeah, I want to definitely go ahead and jump into this anime conversation. So, for myself, I don't want to call myself a anime enthusiast. This is my story. I am what you call a jumping anime person. I am definitely the DBZ hardcore fan. Anybody want to have a discussion, I'm wipe the floor with you because I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z. I even watched GT. I didn't get it, but I watched it.
It was confusing. It was confusing.
It was very confusing. I even watched AF. That shit ain't even real, but I wouldn't watch the YouTube stuff because I wanted to see what they was on. Because I had a few others. I had Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha. Only problem is I don't remember that shit. I don't remember this part. I just remember one of these niggas had this gun and it shot out of here, and I was like, I thought that was the coolest thing ever because I always used to do this to people who would just hope something would come out one day.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that because I used to read it and I blanked all of it out, and it used to be in Shonen Jump. So I don't know if you guys know about Shonen Jump magazines, but they used to have Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho. They used to have a bunch of stuff that we see now that were on Cartoon Network, literally in Shonen Jump. I don't remember anything. I can't I literally don't remember anything. I remember the characters. I remember certain feelings associated with certain characters. But I think reading when you're at least for me consuming anime manga more or less because I was reading more than watching at that time. I can't. It just blanks out. So I'm not judging you. That's facts.
I don't know if I went far left. I never know where we're at right now. I tried to start with One Piece. Then I saw One Piece had 3,017 episodes.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah, definitely got overwhelmed.
Undertaking.
So it's not just One Piece. God damn.
No, it ain't.
Nah.
No, it's not. It's multiple.
That's a forever story.
1,000 piece. Jesus Christ.
1,000 piece series.
That is all my life. I've had that is.
I couldn't do it just yet. I will try to attempt it, but not now. But what I did get into was I saw a anime called Seven Deadly Sins, and so I started watching that. And I was okay. See everybody's face when I said that. I was like, okay. So I feel like I was on.
You I'm getting them.
Yeah, I was it ain't the typical shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, don't nobody watch this. I can tell, you gotta like this to watch this.
Yeah.
Kind of like Tokyo Ghoul. I was like, ain't nobody but one person told me about Tokyo Ghoul. And because it was weird and he's weird. But
weirdly, I feel like people did like Tokyo Ghoul. I just didn't I didn't watch it because I felt like so many people was watching it. I don't know. I was trying to be different, but I didn't feel like it was I didn't like it until recently, and I started rewatch. I actually took time and watched it, and I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. It's not terrible. If I'm being honest, it's just I don't know. Some parts can get a little it's loophole. There's a lot of plot holes in my opinion in Tokyo Ghoul. So for me, it's not bad, but like I feel like certain anime you have to like kind of revisit them and give them a chance. Stuff like One Piece, like animes that look like they're gonna be forever. You have to like pace yourself with
Yeah.
animes like that. Like,
So
yeah.
So I do have a question for all y'all, and then we'll start with, of course, Sunzi, then move to Alexis, and then move to Brody. Which anime are you currently watching, and then which one are you revisiting? Because I noticed that is a real big thing in like anime culture.
You gotta backlog it. You gotta backlog it.
Mhm.
So let's start with you. Which one are you currently watching, and then which one are you currently revisiting?
Okay, so I'm currently watching a bunch of things. Not a bunch, I won't say a bunch, but definitely My Dress Up Darling. It's a slice of life. It's relative to cosplay. So it has a lot of like themes and topics of like modern cosplayers and things like that, and like what we do in the community, more or less. They have a lot of reoccurring themes when it comes to like just the aspects of taking photos, and you know what I mean, like learning how to make a costume, and it's very relatable if you are a cosplayer, if you have cosplay, even down to like doing like at home cosplays and like renting out space. Like it's really cute. So if you're into slice of life type anime, I think that's a really good, way to get in. What else am I watching? Well, Attack on Titan, obviously, but it ended. And we're not getting a part 3.
A third part.
Yeah, we're not getting the part 3 until like next year, I think, like 23. So it's good. I mean, I know a lot of people that are watching it. I'm pretty sure it's a popular anime that people are watching. And what else am I watching? Like, I feel like I'm watching so much, and I'm trying to pick like the good ones, but Assassination Classroom, that's something I'm watching now, even though like people told me that I should watch it. So I actually checked it out. One of my friends actually suggested it to me, and that's been pretty great. So yeah, like so far, I think those are the 3 that I've been like steadily watching at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alexis, what about you?
So anime that I'm currently watching, of course, with everybody else, Attack on Titan. It did end. I'm very sad about it. 2023 is when it's coming back. But I started watching that like when it first came out. So I enjoy sticking with that story. I'm also watching Demon Slayer. I really do like it. I love the colors. I love the animation. I love the characters. So far, I'm just starting though. I'm around the part where they just met Inosuke. So it's a really cool story and a nice like anime. I have like my little like pickings about it. But I'm trying to wait until I at least finish like the first season to start really dissecting it. So that, and then what else am I watching right now? I just started rewatching I guess that's revisiting, but Hellsing. It's like an older one. I started watching that when I was like younger because I took like a deep dive. I'm like, what did I used to watch when I was like a kid that I couldn't really watch because it was too bad, and my mom was like, nah. So Hellsing is one of them. And that one is pretty cool. I like the animation style of that. It's kind of hard for me to stick with the story though, so that's something I need to like keep replaying and just like force myself to sit there and watch. But I do like it. So yeah, those are the 3 for me. Hopefully I can add more to the list soon.
Yeah. Brody, what about you?
So I not too long ago, I watched I got through Star Wars Vision. So you know me, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So like, a lot of the I took a dive into that to see what it was about. And I was actually impressed. It was really dope. I mean, it's not like a real they're not connected, but each episode is, they gave like a different animation department, they animation studio, they allowed them to kind of do different styles. So it's like different styles of the anime that we watch that are incorporated into the Star Wars universe, which is like, it's amazing how
it's like
it's like the Animatrix.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like that. Which I need to revisit that. Ooh, man.
Yeah, that was a banger.
Yeah, that was a banger.
It was hard.
So I really enjoyed that series, and I like the creative direction that they took with it, because it kind of felt like that that Marvel what if type of thing. It was allowing us to like just really see other things that could exist in the Star Wars universe. And then, I mean, they creatively, they just took it there with it. So I'm really, I really enjoyed that. And I definitely recommend that to anyone who hasn't watched them. And then I started rewatching Bleach not too long ago as well. Man, I couldn't remember why I liked Bleach so much because I watched it in college and I was like, why did I like this? And I like, because the only thing that stuck out to me was just that song when he's charging up or when some shit's about to go down.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say the music.
Yeah, the music. I was like, but I was like, it's got to be deeper because it gave me a feeling when I watched it, and I started rewatching some of the episodes. I was like, oh yeah, I remember why I got into this.
Mm-hmm.
Bleach soundtrack is like top tier. Like they have one of the best soundtracks. Like
so good.
Fire.
I'm still new, kind of like dipping my toes into the anime pool again, and so I did want to know from y'all because if you, in your opinion, for someone like myself, if it's like, yo, I do want to understand this anime world, and from everything that y'all described, what y'all are currently watching and rewatching, there's a huge different spectrum of what y'all watch. Outside of like Attack on Titans, but like you said, the cosplay show that you're talking about, Demon Slayer, and even to like the Star Wars anime as well. What, at least, let's say maybe 2 to 3 animes you would suggest for someone like myself to start watching to be able to really get into having an appreciation for anime like the three of you?
Would you want it in like topics, like in like genres?
So yeah, I would say like that and like what that genre pertains to, because even the one that you mentioned with the cosplay and how to learn how to cosplay, what genre would that fall under in anime?
That's slice of life. So slice of life, fruit baskets, like those emotional relationship type, just regular living animes, like those are just, they're normally called slice of life animes.
So that's the genre of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have like the typical, like a lot of the heavy hitters are like shonen.
Yeah.
It's
like kid driven, like middle age, like I mean not middle age, but like preteen, like boys, that's their genre.
So
right.
Okay, so then let's start there. So this is gonna be a great guide to anime because I didn't know none of that shit.
It's like what?
I ain't even know slice of
life. I mean, they got some wild stuff. They got they got some wild stuff. That's all I'm gonna say.
It get crazy.
It get crazy.
Yeah. So okay, so break me down at least what are the top 5 genres that most people gravitate to in anime?
Shonen definitely is one because it's just popular. That's the one that gets really like popularized and like pushed in the US. Oh yeah, like Naruto, DBZ, Bleach would
any guy main character, like all of them
My Hero.
Yeah,
all that. If it has to deal with like a young boy or a boy that's like the main character, and then it's like, let's go on an adventure. Right. That's really like shonen.
Okay.
Teamwork. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna be the
camaraderie.
Pokemon, like that will all be kind of like in that category.
Any motherfucker that gets slapped real hard and had that red mark and can't get up after that.
Yes.
Spirit slaps. Yeah, spirits. Oh my god.
So what are some of the other ones?
Okay, so you got shonen, and then you have like your psycho thrillers or like your so you have like your psycho thrillers, so like Parasite or like Erased. You got those like Attack on Titan isn't that, but you have stuff like that, and then you have like your horror anime, like just the gory stuff that's like Elfen Lied, or you know what I mean, like extreme blood, any anime extreme blood horror. I don't know the Japanese names for some of these, but I definitely know the tone in which it is supposed to be. I know there's mech anime. You have like huge mech, just huge Gundam, huge robots, like like kind of like kaiju, but like mech kaiju, anything with like huge monster type, at the forefront type anime. Yeah. Hey, there's a couple more.
Yeah,
there's a bunch more.
I researched it one day and I was like, damn, I'm like, there's a lot.
There's
I
so
thought it
many.
just had like 2 genres.
Yo, I
Then
did
there's
not-
the adult
did not
ones
know
that we won't
Yeah, I
talk
did not
about,
know
but
that came
Yeah,
from
that's-
genres.
the yoi, the
Brody, what about
yaoi.
you?
It's amazing. I mean, to even hear about the other genres, because it's like I don't even tap into other genres. I think most of the genres that I've stuck with have been those shonen, those types of
Mhm.
of storylines. But I think the gore, it's interesting to like hear like these other ones that exist. Because it makes me just think of like, oh wow, that does fall under that category, like the gory one. Like, I mean, I'd say like Invincible, like that probably falls under
Oh
that
yeah.
one, you know.
Mhm.
And I started watching
Demons. What is it? Demon Slayer? It's Goblin Slayer. Oh God.
Goblin Slayer,
Yeah.
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 But like
Goblin
Invincible,
Slayer.
you know, that I like
That's a
that a
wild
lot,
one.
and I didn't realize, you know, like when it started getting real, I was like, oh shit, you know, it felt like it had that Tarantino. You know, remember the scene in Kill Bill?
Yeah.
It kind of has those types of feels to it.
Yeah.
So
no,
I'm kind of, I guess I'm in.
Invincible is
So I guess I'm
definitely
into shonen and the gory category of anime. Because you can't show that anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like you really
Yeah.
can't, like without it
Exactly.
looking like it's almost like I accept like the exaggerated gore because it's an anime, but like when Tarantino does it in a movie and it's live action, we almost laugh a little bit. Like when
Right.
you watch the like I don't know if you've seen Grindhouse or that Planet
Yeah.
Terror, like that
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Like you're almost
cheesy hack
kind of like
slash.
It looks
yeah.
like, oh, God.
it's kind of silly in a way. It kind of almost it takes away just a little bit because we're watching this as real people. So it's like when the blood's splattering out, we're like, all right, come on, y'all are like
Right.
you know,
Yo,
like,
the-
doing too
embellishing
much.
it.
Yeah,
You're
y'all are doing
embellishing
too
a little
much.
bit on it.
It's like-
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
not you say that though, bro. It does like, dang, I didn't think about that till you said that now. Like watching Kill Bill, some of the stuff do seem kind of more silly, but then when like they showed that the anime part of how Lucy Liu's character came up,
Oh yeah.
it,
Oh,
it was
it was
like, yeah, it
nuts.
was just like it was like,
Mhm.
whoa, this-
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Mhm.
like she
Oren,
killed him
her
like
story?
that.
Yeah.
I was like,
But isn't that
damn.
interesting? It's interesting how
Yeah.
like how it flips because the scene right after
Mhm.
that was with Gogo when she had to fight Gogo.
Yeah.
Uma had to fight Gogo, and it was like that scene was more, you know, it was more in, I guess, more in that martial arts realm, but it's like that anime scene had weight. It had like more emotion than any of the other stuff we kind of watched.
It
in
kind
that film.
of got like that after Lucy Liu's stuff too, because like you said, the fight with Gogo was very like, it was more hard hitting. It was like, yo, you really like, you could feel Uma Thurman get beat up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
every time
Yeah.
she kept throwing that, I always forget what they call it.
That chain
What
ball,
was
that
it,
ball
mace?
chain, ball
I think
chain.
it's a
Yeah,
mallet.
mace. I think.
I think it's actual mallet, right? Or mace.
I think it's a mace.
I think it's a
I think
mace.
it's a mace.
Yeah, I think
you're
it's a
right.
mace,
I think it's a
yeah.
mace. But them throwing it, her getting hit, like her wrapping the chain around her neck and like
Yeah.
pulling her and stuff. That scene was way more gruesome. Like,
I might have to
that
go
I feel like
rewatch just that scene.
You-
I
man.
feel
Yeah,
like
you
those
got
fight
to.
scenes, like they take a lot from anime, though. I don't know if you guys noticed. I mean, I'm sure a lot of
Mhm.
people might have seen like comparisons online and things like that. They'll have like shot for shot fight scenes, like Dragon Ball shot for shots that are like literally the same as like a movie filmed, or like vice
Mhm.
versa, because art imitates life as well. Like it's very interesting, like how I feel like Kill Bill, that's as close as you got to like anime style. I mean, other ones too, don't get me wrong, because I feel like Scott Pilgrim is kind of like that anime video game. Well, it's a video game, but it's very like anime fighty.
yeah.
It gives
Yeah.
anime
Yeah.
fight choreography to me. So
which anime though would you say has the best fighting? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's Dragon Ball Z.
right now, Jujutsu.
No.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Right now, Jujutsu.
Yeah.
Jujutsu
Yeah.
gives the holiest of hands at this point in
They do.
time. The holiest. Like, and the production. What's the production studio again?
That is Mappa.
Yeah, Mappa. They're amazing. Like
They got busy.
they out here busting their ass. Like
They
that
snatching up
animation.
these shows.
So, okay. So it
They got
seems
like 30 shows now.
So it seems like y'all would y'all both agree like that's the best fighting got the best fighting scenes.
I haven't
I would
seen
think
it.
so right now.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, yes.
I'm with you, bro. So like, can y'all describe like what are those fighting scenes like? Cause like again, like my only really comparison is like Dragon Ball Z or like Seven Deadly Sins. Like there's a more like a power magic attack base. So are theirs more like you said the hands? Is this I'm seeing people get socked out type of?
Oh yeah,
you gonna see that. It's like very technical. They still use like spirit or cursed energy to like power their moves, but they do throw hands. And when they throw hands, it's like once that cursed energy it's like you can see them like cave in or fly across like the kind of like Dragon Ball, how they fly across the whole place, but it hits different because then they have like special moves and attacks. And it's not a lot of there's dialogue while they fight, but it's like in their head while they're still fighting. So it's not too much of like the talking. Let me give you a monologue before I start throwing hands for 2 seconds.
Dragon Ball Z once again.
They throw hands and talk at the same. It's really like the way she's
realistic.
It's very realistic, and the way they also fight. It's the hand-to-hand combat, like the way they actually fight each other. Like it looks like MMA on crack, in my opinion, because it just looks like hands. It's like CQC, like hands, and then it's like cursed energy, but then it has an artistic style, and that's where the animation makes it more god tier. Because like as much as I love DBZ, I feel like they just started like leveling up when it comes to like being on par more or less with the newer animation studios. But I feel like nevertheless, it's still a pioneer. Like I would never shit on DBZ being the pioneer of the hands. Like they are the hands pioneer, but Jujutsu definitely like, you know what I mean?
They set the mold.
They set the mold for the hands. Yeah. But Jujutsu definitely took like the baton. Like it's just, it's really well like choreographed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, and funny and or sad and or, because they put emotions into it. Sometimes Dragon Ball Z is just anger or like my bomb or like, it's just very one track.
Right. My boy.
But I love it. I don't shit. I still love Dragon Ball Z. I just feel like it gave kids what we needed at the time, like to spark what we have now, if that makes sense. But
I mean, I'm interested in watching what she just recommended because I had no idea. I mean, like honestly, like when I really think, I'm just like, I'm so accustomed to DBZ's style. But I think, I mean, here I mean, it's kind of it's a tangent off, but it still kind of fits. Like, I'd say Dragon Ball FighterZ, the video game, because you get to still see. It's almost like, because especially when you're doing like the hyper combos, you get to see it's like the cutscene of like some kind of special move. So you're getting to see like what it essentially would be like these epic. Which they didn't do in earlier Dragon Ball Z episodes because they just didn't have the capabilities. So some of the like the hyper combos, like I really like just watching the cutscenes in the DBZ FighterZ game.
I feel that.
So who do you think has the best storyline in anime right now?
That's hard.
See, I don't want to say right now because I feel like if we're talking like, okay, you're a whole newbie, right? Like you just don't know anime. Like I would want to give you like something not so new, but something like that's so you'd appreciate the new stuff.
Well, like give me both. Like give me one that you say is like, yo, this one you will love this story, and then one that's
okay. So Full Metal Alchemist, right? Have you ever heard of Full Metal Alchemist? Yeah. So Brotherhood is the like offshoot, but it's in my opinion the better one. I mean, people argue that, but I think it's the better one. That would be a good like, okay, it's kind of sort of old, but it's kind of sort of new, and like it has a great storyline. I don't know if you like you Brody. I don't know if you have you ever heard of Full Metal, like the dog and the hair. Yeah, so it's I'm like, if you don't know now,
I was like sitting here. I'm like, don't say the dog. Don't say.
No, I felt like it was calling me. I'm like, if you've seen this, you know exactly what this is.
You know.
So hold on. So does that mean I need to watch Full Metal Alchemist first before I watch Brotherhood?
No, you can watch Brotherhood and like it'll explain a lot. It probably will explain a little better in my opinion. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lex, I'm gonna ask you like, what's the one that you saw was a great storyline, and then we'll come back to the other one.
I would say Death Note that's the one that like I recommend to people to watch just because the story is finished. So the anime is done.
Yeah.
So you have closure. But I think it is a well-written anime. The animation is great. The main character is you hate him so much, but you also like you understand where he's coming from. Like you understand where the power trip comes from.
Yeah.
And then all like it's just a little unexpected, like the whole anime. So I think it's very well written. The characters are well fleshed out. So that's one anime that like I'll recommend for anybody to watch. It's good. It falls in a category of kind of like I guess like psychological, but like what I guess like psychological was what it would fall under. But it's really good. Like, oh my God, you gotta watch it.
Okay.
It's very like drama-ish.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. No, I agree. It has a good story. It has a really good.
Brody, what about you? Which in your anime?
This is gonna throw you for a curve, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Boondocks.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm gonna say
I'm not mad
Boondocks
at that.
I'm not
because
mad at that. Yeah.
it hit like it hits me, and I'm always looking at the irony in what they're making fun of within each episode. So it's like I'm getting my anime fix, but I'm also getting like that South Park like satire that I like that I enjoy. You know what I mean? So it's like so the storylines are like obviously they're more relevant and they're based in a more reality. So for me, it's like that's what like I guess serves me.
So Sunzi, would that fall under slice of life anime?
Oh, that's a good question.
Damn, that is a good question.
Because everything in Boondocks is relatable as hell.
It is, and it's like, I mean, it gotta be right. Like, ain't it just regular? It gotta like, I mean, I would try to say it's not shonen, even though it's two boy main characters, but like, yeah, that's just regular slice of life. Okay. It is kind of sort of American anime too, if that makes sense. It's a cross. I think it's a cross because it's a mix between like it has definitely Japanese like anime art style coupled with like slight American, you know what I mean, touches. Yeah. So I feel like, yeah, it's probably just slice of life. So I can't see it being anything more than that.
That may be something to touch on then too. So I know this is going back to basics, probably for y'all then. But what qualifies as an anime? Because even like Brody just mentioned like two of them that I didn't even think of, but then the more I start to think of it, it's like, yo, I guess that's anime, which is Star Wars and Boondocks. What qualifies as an anime?
Well, I know anime art is based in Japanese, you know what I mean? It's literally Japanese like art style, animation style, the way they draw their characters. I'm pretty sure it's also based in like manga, the way the art translates from the manga to the animation. I don't know for sure if American animation qualifies as anime. I feel like it's its own style, but I know that they mix the styles at times. So you'll have stuff like Big Hero 6, which is like Disney, and it started as like an anime publishing, like it was a literal anime, like, and then it got transferred over into like American media. So it's like a cross blend of the two. Yeah, it's like a hybrid. You got stuff like Princess Mononoke, that's like a movie, but it's like, I don't know, it's hard to say, like, in at least for me right now, because I know like Ghibli Fiends, well, that Ghibli, that's definitely Japanese anime. That's am I right? That's literally Japanese anime.
Yeah, that's anime for sure.
That's the way I look at it.
Anime. So
I don't know, the way I look at it, I think for me it's like the pacing and the cinematography. That's where I start. Like, I mean, obviously the animation style, that's what even makes me even look at it like, okay, this is like in that style. But to be in true form, like Big Hero 6 definitely deviated from like anime style and cinematography with the film, but like whereas like Boondocks still kind of like they hold the tension, and the cinematography holds true sometimes to the way anime is presented, especially with character emotions and like fight sequences. Like,
they definitely took fight sequences from Naruto and like DBZ. So you're right about that. Like they definitely uplifted like literal like fight for fight choreographed.
So would y'all say the top three things would be the animation style,
Yes.
I would say from like the caricatures, the shapes of their like faces, eyes, and stuff. As Brody said, like the cinematography type, and then those other elements that you look for, like in anime, like even
pacing, like
don't get me wrong, it is relative to the area though. Like anime is relative to Japanese like animation. You know what I mean? It is relative, but you do have again like crossbreeds of like American animation with Japanese animation, or you'll have like an American animator that, you know, at least like a lot of kids we know, they draw anime and then they like make their own anime, and it's like this cross breed between, you know what I mean? It can still be uplifted like from the style, like you could still borrow the style of anime, but it still technically is more like American animation media, if that makes sense. But it's still honoring the two, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, but hard anime is literally Japanese animation. 9 times out of 10, it was already a mangaka, and then it got switched into like an anime, because anime normally is like just the byproduct of a manga, you know what I mean? So
I want to say Boondocks technically was in the Sunday papers, you know what I mean? It was
it was a comic strip.
It was the manga.
No, you're right.
Manga of the newspaper.
Who's the art? Who was the artist? I know the writer, the dude,
Aaron McGruder.
No, Aaron McGruder.
Yeah, he was the artist.
Yeah.
And there's also like Japanese artists that come over to the States. Like I know I was watching last night actually, and my friend told me this too. Technically, Thundercats would be considered an anime. Like
it is technically an anime.
Listen, y'all finna make me go grab something. Don't you bring up my favorite TV show and cartoon.
It's so technically like you've been watching an anime. Like that one is made by a Japanese illustrator. So
don't judge me because I don't have all these toys like y'all got. But Alexa knows about this one.
I know.
Because I am a gangster. I won this, but that was not the point to show this. Like I said, I am true.
I knew it. I was like, he's gonna go first.
Look at that, it's shining.
That's nice.
Listen,
that box never gets touched.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
Come on. This is the first
time.
Wow.
Don't make it depreciate. Don't make
it. Look at
close it.
That does look nice.
Put it back.
Yeah.
It's nice though. That's really nice.
Hide it.
The packaging. Come on.
Yeah, that's clean.
I don't gotta figure that nice.
So this though is considered an anime.
Yeah, technically.
I got a question for y'all. If I can ask, this is just kind of like, you know, because we talked about Animatrix and we talked about like the Kill Bill scene. If there was one franchise or something that could be turned into an anime, what would it be for y'all?
Like from American to
like an American thing that respects from, you know, like they have
like Star Wars, like how
they Star Wars. They've done a Batman. Anime.
Oh, that's good. That's a really good question.
I got one because I don't really watch TV like that. But I did watch, and I'm a little biased, but I really like Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I think that would be dope as an anime. Oh yeah,
that would be.
Is it?
Like I think
giving Black Clover with like a real realism.
Exactly.
Yeah. They need to bring that back. I don't know why that ended like that.
I didn't watch the last season because I got pissed off one episode. So
well, no, because
that's fair.
See, and that's the thing. I don't want to say it because
I'm about to ruin it. I'm about to spoil it.
They didn't make it make sense because, like, if you know the ending, and then she appeared on Riverdale and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was.
Is it like a Is it like a time skip or like a backtrack though? Like
no, they didn't say anything about it. They like Sabrina showed up. But it's like
I know it's the same universe that maybe exists like outside of like the adventures we saw. Like maybe it's like some time she had where we don't even know, and it's like you said, like it could.
Well, they're right across the street from each other. So like where Sabrina stays,
right.
The river, and then that next city,
what?
That's Riverdale. Yeah,
it's
the same people that
it's literally like down the way.
What Oh wow! I mean, I know they're the same creator, but that's kind of funny. Yeah, that's interesting. I can't. Okay, Brody, you really had a good question. I mean, yeah, I can't even like.
Question. I got mine.
You know what? Could I do a video game if that's fair? Because I feel like a video game would be dope. Like if they did like Metal Gear. I don't know if you guys know about Metal Gear Solid. It's like this old ass, not old. But
yes.
Like it's not old, but it would have good.
It's older.
It's older. Yeah, I said this old.
You're talking to real gamers right here.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, see, I appreciate that because like that's like one of my favorite top. It's a top 5 for me, but yeah, that would be really good because it's like anime be having those crazy ass storylines. The Metal Gear be having like crazy ass storylines,
Well, it
like
almost
crazy ass
it lies
characters.
into that kaiju, that realm of it for almost.
Yeah,
you know,
and the
Gundam
weird
too, a
ass
little
characters
bit,
they
yeah.
have, the vamp, fortune, like all the bosses were kind of like extra super powered type
Yeah.
ish. Yeah,
So that's a blend too with like mech genre, like you said too.
Yeah.
Like Rising and all.
Yeah,
of
mech,
them.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with movie and say Fifth Element. I think.
Oh, that's nice.
That would be dope.
I am.
That would be very dope.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I would love to
appreciate
see
it.
that actually.
it's like world building. It's
Yep.
like all
Pick
that
up
world
right
Mhm.
building.
after Lilu's after that happened, and then see like where she really come from, who
Mhm.
made them and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That'd be dope.
That would be
I think-
good.
that would be
Yeah.
really good.
And you know what? It could still be in nice anime form because you had that Chris Tucker character. That would be that'd be the comic relief within the anime.
Oh, that would be a
that'd
dope
be
character.
type of character. That would
Especially
translate
if
well.
you like voiced. Oh my god, I would love if he voiced, like, he's not cursing, so she should be able to do that. Like he could do that
Yeah.
role. Like he's not.
I don't think
is
he
that-
cussed in the movie though.
No, that's why I
I
said it
don't-
would
yeah, I
be.
don't
No.
think
That's
movie
why I
Ron
said
cussed.
he probably wouldn't have a problem reprising it because it's not like it's not Friday. It's not like
yeah.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
So
Any
Did you say
all your animation
safe.
studios out there, make a Fifth Element anime. Make a Fifth Element
Yes.
anime. We want to know
Please.
Lilu's
Do it.
origin story,
do
and we
the
want to see
things.
some more
But do it
Corbin
right.
Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis gone
Corbin.
since he can't act no more.
Corbin,
Keep
Corbin
Bruce
Dallas.
Willis
Coming.
gone.
Like, just call the show the Multipass. You know what
hip hop
I'm saying?
opera. You gotta have the hip hop
Yeah.
opera.
Hey, that'd be a hard trailer though, like a hard poster for them to have the animated.
They
version
just got
of
the opera
Multiverse,
lady in the background.
and they got like a little
Right.
blood on it. That I would, hey, like Brody said,
Blue blood
Take
on
my
the
money
envelope.
now. Here,
So
take it.
so to do that, so I like
My
what you
wallet.
went with that, Brody. So now I have one too. Now Asia, you mentioned spinoffs like with Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood.
Yeah.
What? Give me an anime you would love to see a spinoff from that anime.
I'm gonna be with Lexus because like I really like Attack on Titan too. Like, and I watched it, like I used to read and watch like back. So like if they
Yeah.
did a spinoff of Attack on Titan, because I just don't want to let it go. Like
So
I'm having I'm having a crisis low key once this is
I was
over. Like
So how would y'all
I don't
spin it
know.
then? So
Right,
what
like-
would the spinoff focus on?
I already know.
someone completely new. Oh my god, can you say it? Because like that would probably
I can say it. The
Yeah.
acronyms. I want them to have a
Ooh,
story.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like I
like
need
that.
I need something on their lineage on like
yeah.
because it's just too vague. And I'm like, there's
Mhm.
gotta be more to their story. Like, they're badass, they fight well. Like I need
Yeah, that was a good.
I need
that's
more
a good
of
one.
it. I need more of that. Like some light, cute, maybe like 10, 12 episodes. It don't gotta be a lot, but one season of that telling their background and their story, but really like deep diving in it. I would love that.
Brody, what about you? What's your spin?
So, man, I gotta say, I want to know the origin story of my man Brock from Pokemon. I need to know how he got his Geodude, how he got his Onyx. What like this? He seems like the one. Like he's always hungry for these girls in the episodes. You know what I'm saying? He's a
What makes
thirsty
you so
dude.
I've
I want
watched.
to see
What?
the adventures
I've
of
watched.
Brock. It has nothing to do with Pokemon. It's just him
Oh,
trying to
no.
find a girlfriend. You feel me? Like
I've
that's
watched.
his.
Though he technically got a girl now. Though he technically
No, he don't got no girl.
Nah,
He's
I
he's
got
obsessed
you.
with every
He's still
nurse joy.
single?
I thought
Yeah.
he bagged somebody. I could have sworn maybe that was a joke, but I could have sworn he bagged. Now I gotta look it up.
Why, like, and also is Brock black? Like he's always the black. He was black for me. I don't know if you're Brock.
Yeah, he gotta
now
be.
know. No, Brock is Samoan. That's what I found
He's
out.
Samoan.
I always
Brock
thought
is
he was
Samoan.
like a Pacific Islander.
Yeah,
Like
Brock
I
got-
thought.
yeah. As soon as I
Yeah.
met
Makes
Usos and
sense.
stuff, I was like, that's
Yeah.
what
His
Brock is.
skin tone,
Yeah.
like
That makes sense.
you
He
know,
was
I
light
always
skinned for
thought he
me.
was.
You know, as a light skinned individual,
makes
he was
sense.
just a light skinned dude that closed his eyes to try to be, finer to the ladies. And
Walking around like
Brock. Sometimes they say Brock people. I was like Brock. I was like, oh, maybe it's a thing. I don't know. I felt like.
And what black
Smolder,
person you met named
Smolder.
Brock?
You didn't meet no Brock's named Black, but I'm saying, like sometimes the pronunciation, they may say Brack. You know what I mean? I was like,
No.
maybe that's kind of a.
Brack.
No,
Brack?
You ain't
Brack?
never met no black dude named Brack or Brock. If you did, it was in prison.
Or I would say, bruh.
Bruh.
Right,
Yeah.
bruh.
What's up, bruh?
Brock.
Brock.
His name, you can't spell Brock without bro. Like his name, he has bro in
B-Rock.
his name.
That's his
more
name.
for a Samoan
His
dude,
name
bro,
B-Rock. They
but
call
that's
him
even
B-Rock
more.
on the block. They call him B-Rock.
B-Rock.
His name.
B-Rock on the block.
He's got an afro.
Yo. Yo.
I'm so mad you
B-Rock
said
from the
that.
block.
B-Rock.
Brock
B-Rock
is,
from the
Brock
block.
is black. I'm sorry. He's for me. He's black. Don't
He
ruin my
said, "I'm
childhood.
gonna make this
I
work."
want to know who
anyway.
his mama is. I want to know who his daddy is. I want to know how he got his onyx.
You just
Or
saying
how
that-
did Brock
Yo,
get an
Daddy
onyx?
say-
It's like a
You just-
generational Pokemon. It's like,
You just saying
Has
that because
to
you
be.
being stereotypical. You just saying that because his eyes closed because he high.
He got the
an
rocks.
afro. He chasing white women.
He
and
chasing
he's
them.
sliding.
And he has an onyx.
he like,
Onyx
he
is
like,
a, onyx
he
is
like,
a
he
phallic
playing
symbol.
craps. What is he? He a crack? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Onyx-
thinking he talking about dice. I'm like, what is
He
he
got a
doing?
full
What is
crack
he?
rock in his whole damn Pokemon.
Oh
He
my
pushing
God.
rocks.
He's always trying to pull out. Always trying to pull out his
Terrible.
onyx.
This is so terrible.
That's
Yo.
That's why I don't
Whoa.
fucking evolve no more. He was like, "Yo, I got my product. I don't need nothing new.
right.
This
I don't
me
need
right
nothing
here.
else.
I got a
Y'all
solid
saying he out
product."
here pushing Pokemon rocks.
You damn
Man,
right. Just be trying to play with all this
Pushing
crap.
rock. He's got the rock. He's a rock.
Pushing
Come on,
Pokemon.
man. He's got
He's
that.
like,
He's like, I got that
He got
rock.
that
You need that rock.
It's like perpetual renewable energy. Like what? Why? How?
I
How?
wanna
Like,
see it.
huh?
I want to see it now. I gotta
No.
see
See, we
it.
gave Brock a whole backstory.
Yeah, I gotta
Rock
see
is
it.
selling crack Pokemon.
And he went to
Crack
the
type.
country to sell more rock.
Yeah, he's slinging.
Whatever the New Yorker Pokemon is, that's what he gonna be at with that puffy jacket. Hey yo, son,
1980s
Brock
New York
is
City.
the New York.
no, I got these
Came from
Onyx
New
on
York.
sale right now, B.
Yeah.
So bad.
Best in the city.
That
Hey,
would
my
be
Geo dude,
hilarious if
what's
he
up?
really
What's
did come
up?
from the city, though. Like if he really actually came from some city, that would be high.
That
key.
would be hilarious.
that would be high key wrong.
He's definitely from the city. He's definitely a city nigga. Let's
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
honest.
he's a
Yeah.
city.
Because he loves
He's
the
a city
women.
nigga.
Like he has to be. He
Yeah,
has to
Yeah,
be
he is
in the
city nigga.
I would
He's a city
definitely
boy.
Like Ashley, come
City
on,
boys
let's
up.
go. Come on, Pikachu, let's go. Come on, Brock, we got to focus on. He's like, man, come on.
He
let's say-
down like
let's-
You see these
300,000 points.
Yeah,
though.
come on,
Like,
let's go. Let's go holler at these shorties real quick.
Yeah.
He's telling it. Who's the other woman? It was Nurse Joy, and who's the other girl they had in every city?
Misty.
Oh no, I know you're talking about the police
You know what I'm
officer
talking-
Jenny. No,
Yes, Officer Jenny.
Officer Jenny. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it is Officer Jenny.
yeah.
Like, come on,
So-
Mrs. Officer, come on, dog.
Oh, yeah,
I
he
see,
was
I,
definitely
see, I see where you correlating with this. Y'all let us know in the comments. Is Brock black or Samoan from Pokemon? Please let us know in the comments below.
Well, now
Oh.
we put it like this. He's black.
Right. They
You
was
made a great
y'all done
point.
gave him this whole intricate.
But here's the
I
thing.
could do my own whole podcast. Just is Brock black? That's gonna
Is
be.
Brock
Somebody do a
black?
skit, please. Someone do a skit of B
All
Rock
I
from
know
the
is
block.
this though.
His
Everything
name's
you've
B Rock.
described,
Yeah, B Rock.
Throwing that out there.
everything you've described though, Samoans do as well. So that's why I'm saying this is gonna be very.
Oh my-
interesting.
I mean,
Only thing
this
he
is
missing
true.
Is tattoos. If he had a tattoo right here,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's standard.
yeah. So we don't
Yeah,
know.
that's true.
But my spinoff before we get out of here, it's always back to Dragon Ball Z. I'm always promote this. If you've seen me tweet it, you've seen me talk about it. I say it all the time. I need the Prince of all Saiyans to have his own show. I want
I
to
agree.
see.
I second
I
this
agree.
though.
I
Yeah,
want to see from when they planet blew up and he was abandoned to now. Most people don't really like. Everybody talk about Goku's all the time, but don't nobody really talk about how Vegeta had his whole planet taken from him. He was enslaved as a child by Frieza. He
Right.
was sent off to go conquer other planets as a child, and then didn't have nowhere to go back home to and had to grow up in forced slavery. And then finally, when he was able to get freed by another Saiyan in which he don't like, he became a refugee on Earth and married the richest woman on a fucking planet.
I need to know how he
Came
got.
up.
How'd he pull bone?
That's
How
true. He
pulled
Came
from-
up.
he the ASAP
From a
Rocky of the
whole dude.
streets.
Oh
Don't nobody
God!
talk about how Batman in a pink shirt pulled
Vegeta is the
Bulma from
ASAP
Yamcha.
Rocky
How he pulled blue hair? Don't care. How he
Of
did
Namek.
that?
the ASAP Rocky
How?
of Namek, man. He pulled
ASAP
Rihanna.
Rocky.
He
He did.
He did that.
He did. Established queen.
And
inventor,
and then-
ageless.
And made sure he poked holes in the condom because he was like, yo,
Bulma
kid
was not
off the
looking
top.
for these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
No.
She wasn't checking for nobody. She wasn't checking for
Nobody.
no Saiyans.
She
She
had
was
Yamcha.
out
here.
Nigga, she had wolf
Right.
fist and he wasn't doing nothing.
Wolf is
Vegeta
hurt.
swooped in and y'all remember
So,
that
yeah.
scene when they came back and they was waiting for Goku to come and that nigga Yamcha was in the back like this?
He's bad as hell. Jealous.
Bad. Bitter.
It's giving Marvin's room.
Why they holding
Yamcha
that
grew his
baby?
hair out for her.
Yo,
He grew his hair.
Yamcha grew his whole hair out.
Wait,
for
did you
her.
see? Wasn't there an episode where he came back after? Like, is that what you was talking about? When he came back after they had kids and everything?
no,
like,
it was when the Namek blew up and they were waiting to see if Goku was gonna come back.
and they were already together.
They were already together. 'Cause Bulma was
Yeah,
holding
and he
Trunks.
made that comment. Oh my god,
Yeah,
yeah, I
like,
remember. And he
yo.
made like this little comment. It was like sad. It was like,
That
oh,
wound was still
next.
fresh. Yo, Vegeta
Yeah.
is Mr. Steal Your Girl.
he ain't shit.
He is. He is.
Shout out to Drake Jeter.
Yo, he made
Drake
Yamcha
Jeter.
stop. He made Yamcha
I mean,
stop fighting.
Technically,
Vegeta.
y'all just Drake now, because like
Technically, yeah.
you
Because
know, ASAP.
Vegeta,
Fuck
he got
that
Bulma.
saying that shit you found. Yo, he
Disrespect.
stopped fighting. Like this dude quit. He was like, "Yo, I don't want to do none of this no more.
Man,
I don't wanna do
she's
none of this."
House husband.
Bulma.
He was like house husband to the max. I'm a good father. I'm a good father.
But
I think it's funny that he actually told Goku off too. Like, you're not even you're a good fighter, but you're not a real nigga. Like, he was just like, you're not a
Goku
real
is by
father.
far the ultimate
I mean-
fuck boy of anime.
He not a fuckboy though. He just oblivious. Like, he's the
He's
most
just-
No, here's the
He's
thing.
just dumb.
No, he's not. And I noticed
No.
that. I
he didn't know his
noticed that.
kids was born.
No, and every time his
Oh,
wife
God.
told him to go do something, he didn't want to do. Goku, go get a job. That's what these side. that's
Oh,
what these
you saying
side,
he really smart?
Yeah,
Mm.
Goku's smart. Goku just didn't want to do nothing. That was it.
So he
Goku-
lazy?
No, Goku still had the same mentality. Like
He
his
out
dad.
here mind
Yeah,
game,
he was
mind
like, yo, I
game.
just
He's
wanna
saying
fight.
he the ultimate nigga. Like,
Yeah,
he just
they
did.
Fight,
dead
I
on
don't
the
need no
ground.
job.
They ain't got no headboard.
All I
I got a tail. What do I need a job for?
Right.
Like, hold up,
Remember when
I'm
he
a
was
prince.
like, "Yo, go get a driver's license." He's like, "For what?
He's like, I
A
can fly. What
job.
you mean, though?
What I got a job for?
These
we can make
hands,
some
that's-
money. What we need money for? Fuck you, mean we
I
need
got
money
hands.
for?
He's like, I got hands. That's all that matter. I'm out here. This is my
Your son need to go to
These
school.
streets.
Fucking school. He can fight.
School.
What about when
fight
he
the
act
school. He like fight the
Like, he here.
fight
He here
the
with
school.
You. He live like this. He live like this. Think about it.
Yeah,
Think
she be
about
stressed. I know
if
she be
y'all
stressed.
if y'all
I
are
know.
Chi-Chi
Chi be
and
like,
your
bruh.
friend, your best friend is a trillionaire, and you live in a hut in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You can't-
telling him to get up and get a job.
Right.
Not only that, let's put it in even more.
And then he done
perspective.
died for like 5 years. Like he went
I
to the
done died
jail
4
bid.
times. How
He
many,
done went
like,
did bids.
Yo, imagine if somebody came told you like, "Hey man, your boyfriend ain't your husband ain't coming back." What happened? He got shot in the chest and disappeared. But hey, luckily he's up in wherever that little heaven thing. I don't think it's heaven because he's running down some snake way shit.
He
or
at
something.
Rikers.
Yeah, he say he finna go hit up some dude named King Kai, some shit like that. I don't know. But he told me to tell you that take care of the kids, the kid, and I'll be back. Not only that, this motherfucker came back for 1 day when he went fought in that tournament and had the halo, and he was only there for 24 hours. Went to Chi-Chi and knocked her up with Goten and disappeared. This dude came back and was like,
That's what you call a
"Who are
conjugal
you?"
visit.
So you trying to say y'all trying to say Goku out here? He a whole inmate / thug. He's like, he's
Yeah.
Goku know what the fuck he doing.
Goku, no, he knows.
Power
He ain't
season 3,
shit.
the book of Goku.
The fuck-
He's
It works.
Yo.
It works.
Goku,
Goku.
wild.
Yeah.
Goku Ghost.
It's gonna have Oop
Yeah.
in there.
Goku
50 Cent
Ghost.
gonna get his own Dragon Ball Z character.
Ghost coup.
Ghost cute. Ghost cute. I'm mad that worked. 'cause
Internet.
it
Somebody
sounds
make that
very
image,
cute.
yo. Ghost coup. Make a ghost.
We
coup.
are
I
we
Oh
are
my
pitching
God,
shows,
this is
boy.
terrible.
We-
Yes,
We
we
done
are.
got like 3 premises.
Oh my God. I think that's a perfect way for us to be able to end another great episode of Straight Out of a Comic Book. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank my guests so much for stopping through. Alexis Armstrong, Sunsby, and of course, Brandon Brody. This was your guide to anime. This is just the first one of many. I think that's what we're going to start calling this. Just kind of giving you the introduction for those that don't know, for those that's even like myself that won't admit it, a little intimidated on where to start. I just want to thank the three of y'all because y'all made it feel a little bit more easier for me to go step my feet into this thing and then start watching anime again. So hopefully that does the same to who has ever watched this. But I always like to make sure that my guests get to shout out themselves, tell people where to follow them and where they're what they got coming up, if anything that is coming up. So we'll start with Sunsy, Alexis, and of course end off with Brandon Brody, and then we are gonna call this thing a wrap.
Yeah, it's your girl Sunsy. You can follow me on all socials at Sunsy Bay. I'm on Twitch, I'm on Twitter, Instagram. You can find me on Twitch being a little goblin playing Apex. You can or you can find me on Instagram delivering cringeworthy memes and stories and reshares. So I hope you guys have a good one. And yeah, I'm signing out.
All right, y'all. My name is Alexis Armstrong. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at _Larxene, LARXENE, and Twitch, Lexi Larxene, Lexi_Larxene. I'm working on getting that name matching. But yeah, I stream RPGs and I also upload on Instagram. I model, I do content creation, a whole bunch of stuff, cosplay. So you can catch me on there being like a dork or super kind of not clothed up. But yeah, you can follow me on there and catch me and just talk to me and reach out. So
also watch her in Sabrina on Netflix. Well. You can catch her.
I get that all the time.
You can catch me
catch me casting some spells, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Casting spells and beheading fathers.
I wish.
Soon. Hey. You put it into existence. You put it into
Right.
Yes, there we go. Brody, you're up.
Yes, indeed. Brody the Joker on all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all the good stuff, guys. I am a Smash Brothers king. So if anyone feels they want to challenge me, feel free to, reach out so we can, you can join in on Smasher Day Fights Live where I stream live and I'll let people challenge me on Twitch and see if they got what it takes, step into the ring with me. I have some shows right now in Cincinnati, Ohio, at Liberty Township, the Funny Bone. And then I will be, if you're in LA area, I will be at the Comedy Chateau this coming Wednesday, 4/20. So for all my cannabis crew, pull up.
Yes, indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, to follow me everywhere at Will Ferrell, PHARAOH. Make sure you continue to check out Straight Out of a Comic Book and Ferrell's Phone here on my page, and then look out for the Arcade Tokens expansion pack coming this summer in June. Got a lot of new stuff coming for y'all, so you're gonna want to check that out. But like we said, let us know in the comments below: is Brock black or Simone?
He's black.
We got to know.
I think he's mixed.
He could be both.
Black and Simone.
Somebody gonna throw something out hella random. They be like, nah.
Look, Black and Simone equals The Rock. So.
We got something right there.
Dwayne the Brock Johnson.
The correlation.
Everyone's light bulb just go off.
Right. It's like, wait.
Wait a minute.
Thank you for joining.